Welcome. This reading is about the upcoming journey where Mars is in retrograde and traveling from Leo back into Cancer and coming back. And this is a really long journey that we deal with in December, January, February, March, April. So until Mars will be back in the place where it started, it will take a couple of months where we have to deal with this change in energy, because Mars is about our life force, right? And the lion in our chart is about our heart space and our passion for life and our childlike creations. And everybody has a fifth house in the chart, and everybody has a Leo somewhere in its chart. And if you don't know where that is, just go to astro.com, draw your own chart and see where the placements are in your own astrology. And this Mars retrograde is really special because Mars retrogrades into Cancer. And so we face this time being a little bit cut off of our energy, or better to say it's changing, and we have the chance to look deeply into our emotional truth, into our way of dealing with energy as well, and the action we can take on it. And this one is about our own integrity, our own truth. And if you want, you can take a look back at the last retrograde of Mars at the end of 22. It was at the end of October in 22. But it was a little bit different because it was a retrograde in Gemini. So that was a little bit about communication, where you acted in a way that you may be reviewing today. What did you decide back then, and what is it that you wished for, and what wants to be corrected? You know, if you look back, you can see, oh, this is what I did, and it didn't turn out like I wanted it to. So the time between October, at the end of October of 22 until now, what didn't work out? So what can you change right now in your actions to get to the place where you really want to go, or where your heart wants to go? But if you want to look at a bigger picture, you can look back when Mars was last retrograde in Leo. And it was like it is now, right? And it was in the end of 2009 and until the beginning of 2010. It didn't go back into Cancer. It just stayed in Leo. And to look back, what was happening in your life back then? What would you do differently? And however you decide what was important in that time, can you look at the place of Leo in your chart? So these areas of life are affected by this Mars transit right now. And so that's about re-evaluating our decisions and finding the truth beneath all the actions we take. What is the real truth? What is the truth in your heart? What is your integrity in all of this? And do you have the willingness and the courage to rewrite your story? Because that's what this heart of the lion tells you too, that there is something in your heart that you want to accomplish, that you want to realize, and can you see the bigger picture where you decided things that are not working for you or that didn't work for you, and are you willing and daring to rewrite your story? And in the time Mars is in Cancer, and that will be in the beginning of January. I think on the 6th of January, Mars will retrograde into Cancer again. Then the energy will change again, and it will be good to use this transit as a way to look at your emotional patterns. And Leo in Cancer feels really different than Mars in Cancer. I meant in Cancer feels really different than Mars in Leo, because in Cancer Mars is in his fall, so it doesn't feel really good in Cancer. And we can see in these moments where we're not willing to be responsible for our own emotions, take responsibility for what you feel, where we stepped into blaming others, or where we choose to be passive aggressive. And that's just a way not to take responsibility for what you really feel. And this time is about understanding, and understanding what lies beneath, and in all that you see, that's a time for inner work on the one hand, and on the other hand, it's taking new actions to get into the place where you live your own integrity. And it's inviting us to look from our love for life and for our heart energy and our childlike creation, and to bring these questions into our lives, to see where we can nurture ourselves and the parts that want to be lived and realized. So that's a really powerful transit that is happening, and we can use it not to feel powerless. A better way is to just look back and to see, oh, this is what I thought I would create, but I didn't. And maybe I can do something else where I step into the real path that I want to walk on, to fulfill my heart's desire, and to be in an emotional state that I really want to be in. And so now I get into the sign that I'm reading today. Welcome, Cancer. First, I will draw a couple of cards, and if you don't want to watch this part, you can just skip ahead, and I have the timestamps in the description below. So I want to draw cards about your actual situation right now, and to see where these 3 months of the Mars retrograde, that retrogrades in your sign, back in your sign, is heading. And so we have 3 Lenormand cards. And we want to know what is about to decay, what can you let go or let be, and which meaning is not longer important for you. That's this one. And we want to see the shadow and the light, so the patterns that are behind this, the shadow side, or whatever needs to be seen in this. I have this one, and this one, and this one. And I want to know what path lies ahead. And for this we have a volunteer gene key and a horse archetype for the path ahead. And we want to know what you don't see coming. No, it's too many. This one. And I want to have a dragon card for this. This one. And these, although I never know how to handle them because there are so many. So, and this one. And then we want to know what's hidden and wants to be seen. Can be something inside of you, can be something that brings balance, whatever we have to be aware of while you are walking your path now. And this one. And then we want to know what's supporting you. And again, what's supporting you from the archetypes deck. I have to get some out because that's interesting, because they were in this deck and they didn't belong. So, but this one is a support. And this one is your support. And that's it for now. And along the way, I will draw tarot cards as well and a message from the universe. So we start with what's the situation right now? What is the actual situation that you are in? And this is a message that's beautiful, because there is stability and harmony on your way. And maybe that's not what you experience right now, but it's heading your way, and it's a beautiful time to enjoy your family, to enjoy long-term relationship if you want one, because that can mean that there is someone on your way that is leading into a long-term relationship and into a family. So that is a beautiful start to. So we will see what that means along the way, what you have to let go, or maybe what is ready to decay. And that's the next part of it is what you can let go, and that's Maybe that's something you experienced right now, that this is being in survival mode. And that's not, so I guess that's not what you experience right now. It's what becomes more important in your life, because you were in this idea of, I have to survive, I have to make it happen, and that's what you have to let go. That's following the false promises of other people. That can be that you experienced other people telling you something that wasn't true, and you learned your lesson. So and that's where you are heading. You're letting go of this lack mentality. That can be something that you had in your experience the last years or the last month, where you experienced lack. And maybe that's because the Mars retrograde is happening in your second house, and that can mean that you experienced, or that you are confronted with a lack of resources, but it's not just about money. This is about re-evaluating what is important, what has meaning in your life, and that's perfectly fitting to the Mars retrograde in Leo and back into your sign, because your sign in Cancer is about nurturing. It's about your own emotions and what is nurturing you and what is not. And that can be that you experienced this in a difficult way, that you experienced other people making promises and you thought they would be someone who could nourish, and maybe you even nourished them, but they didn't give back. And that seems to be like this, but it's heading in a different way. So we'll see what comes up, and what are the patterns coming with this. The pattern that is connected to this is, and that's what I meant. If you feel this is a fall, that is a defeat of some kind, that you experience other people not nurturing you, and you are searching and seeking for this way of being supported, and you're following your passion, and that's a beautiful thing, because that's exactly what it seems that your pathway led to people who didn't nurture you, who didn't hold on to the promises, and even maybe you didn't hold on to your promises, but it's coming from a search for something that is more than just a superficial thing, and it's searching for the passion from within, and that's a beautiful confirmation for this Mars retrograde in Leo, because it is about passion. It is about your heart's desire. What is really meaningful for you? What is the one thing that you want to do? What do you want to nurture? What is it that you want to go for? And to allow yourself, and that's what you experienced by following false promises, following your own false promises into the fall, and staying in the moment where you are the seeker, and you search for something that is really passionate, and that it moves your heart, like the Leonine heart. And then we have the new pathway. What is meaningful for you? What is really what is the next path you want to be on? And it's letting go of the false promises, letting go of the limitations, and it's about this survival mode, it can be the shadow side of this gene key, can be this, on one hand, being unstructured, on the other hand being too rigid, but not finding the place within, not finding the realism. Realism is the gift of this gene key, the 60th gene key, and it's about the balance, right? It's not about limiting yourself, being limited by the outer world, by being unstructured and not caring for yourself, or being too rigid and not caring for yourself in this way. And so being realistic in the moment, what is possible, what is not possible, what is the thing you're striving for, and being led by seeking for the deepest passion within, because that's what this leads to. It leads to a harmony that is long-lasting, that is really beautiful. That's your movement, and it's your pathway into this long-lasting, beautiful stability. And it's realistic. It's not dreaming yourself away, wishing upon a star. There's something you are doing right now that is changing your world. And it's lovely, because it is promising that it will work, because you stepped out of your own limitations. This is you limiting yourself, right? And being rigid and unstructured with yourself. It can be a day-to-day thing. It can be something where you don't know. If you wanted to have success, if you wanted to have material success, I think you didn't know how to. Because there was something about being unstructured, not knowing how to follow your passion, how to seek for the things you really love to do, and being rigid against yourself in this moment, and just finding the middle ground, finding the realistic. And realistic doesn't mean being rigid, right? And that's what you can think, that this is realistic. What is realistic? Realistic is for you maybe something that is not passionate, but that's not true. That's realistic is following your own passion and allowing life to unfold while you are following the things that you are most passionate about. Doing the things that are easy for you. It is the path of least resistance isn't the path that is unstructured or that is rigid. That is, the path of least resistance is the path that is easiest for you, because there is passion, there is meaning, there is something you find along the way that is nurturing you along the way. And it's nurturing your heart, and that's what this new path in the Mars retrograde is about, right? Is finding the path into your heart and finding meaning behind all of it, and nurturing yourself along the way, and seeing what you didn't nurture from the beginning, what you didn't follow through. And that's beautiful. It's the 39. It's called transformation and rebirth, power reclaimed, true freedom. On the wings of a butterfly, a vibrant, multicolored horse remembers the landscape of paradise. The roller coaster ride of life reveals a timeless source of peace. That's this card shows us that you overcome, and that's that. I think that's the part you are in right now. It's overcoming your your limitations, your own limitations, right? And that's the promise that you will. You remembered something while you were walking your path into the success you long for, and you remembered something that is connecting you to the divine. That's beautiful, and you are in the middle of this transformation. It may not feel good, because that's something that really happens when we transform like this. We get out of this lack mentality, out of the hardship that we endured because we thought we had to endure this. Get into the place where we can really do ourselves justice. And that's what this is about, right? This is do yourself justice and give yourself what you really want to experience in this lifetime. And it's why you came to this planet, right? What does have meaning for you? And that's not a thing that someone else can answer. That's you answering this. What is meaningful for you? And can you allow yourself to go after it? And we have what you don't see coming. And that's what an amazing card to draw. Pluto just went out of Capricorn and destroyed everything that wasn't real, right? And so it's achievement. You will achieve the success that you want to achieve. That's a beautiful card, and it's the promise that you don't see this coming yet, because you are working in it right now, and you are in the middle of this transformation, and maybe you are not, you are in between this, I don't know if I can get there, and maybe you are afraid to fall again, that this will not work out, but it will. Whatever you are working on right now, continue working on it. And that's what you don't see coming is believing in yourself. You know, that's what we are shown in this card, right? It's not a good thing where this lies, right? Because the light isn't good for this card. So that's stopping to be this dominant and undermining yourself. That's what you don't see coming, is that you will believe in yourself, that you will show that this is working. And maybe you don't have an idea how that works, because your perception of success was something else. You didn't know how to achieve the things that you wanted to achieve, right? And what do we have? We have what you don't see coming is maybe there is someone in your life that is able to help you. Maybe that's someone who is able to give you a good advice. And that's the thing that comes your way is someone giving you an advice that is showing you the way. And what you don't see coming as well is there is someone who is really on your side. And that's, maybe you don't expect this coming because you don't know that there is someone. Maybe you feel alone right now, right? So what you have to be aware of, the things that are hidden, is the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Wands. And that's beautifully fitting to all of what I said before, is your perception of your own way of achieving things is a perception that is not based in reality. It is based in your own survival mode, and that you think you have to do something, you have to do this, you have to do this. And it's not true. You don't know how to do it. So the only thing, and this became a nightmare, and Nine of Swords is a nightmare, and that's leading, the Nine of Swords lead to the survival mode, because you don't know how to solve it. And maybe your problem right now is in a way a nightmare because you don't know how to solve it. And the answer lies in the Ace of Wands. Create. That's your answer. Create. Because that's where the passion comes from. That's where you believe in yourself. You can create. And that's where you can achieve. That's where you are connected to paradise, where you can see the transformation happening. And that's when you transform. In the moment of creation, you do transform, and you do transform the world in this moment when you are in this place of creation. And so that's your answer. Stop worrying, stop being in this survival mode, even if there is something in your life right now that you have as an obstacle. I can see there will be obstacles. But if you don't know how to solve them in the moment, stop focusing on them. Because your mind cannot help you do something about them. Your mind isn't able to do so. But that's where the real work starts. It's being realistic in the moment. Being realistic. Realistic means being in this present moment. Not catastrophizing whatever is in your life as an obstacle right now. Stop catastrophizing. Stop your mind from telling you that this will always be this bad, this will always be this way, you will never get it. That's not true. That's a nightmare. That this is your mind telling you that you have to stay in this problem. But you don't. If you step into your own passion, if you believe in your passion, in your fire that's living inside of you, and you create from this place, you will achieve what you want to achieve. You will be successful with this because it brings you long-term peace and harmony. That's the beauty in this. And that's what these cards are showing us, that you will choose this path. You will choose this creation. But it's creation from your heart. It's creation from your passion. It's creation from believing in yourself, right? This is exactly what you will do. So, and we have what is supporting you. Gnosis and the gem and the eternal child. And that's a support. That is so beautiful, because that's what supports you, is this childlike eternal flame that is inside of you. And there is so much beauty inside of you that wants to be connected, right? It's all about connecting all of these things that you hide inside, and not allowing your mind to tell you otherwise, and not allowing your survival mode to tell you otherwise. Stay connected to paradise, stay connected to your higher wisdom, to passion. Believe in yourself, create from this eternal child part, and create the gem, and connect all these parts, right? Beautiful. That's really beautiful, because that's what we need to be supported in this. And What's supporting you? It's the conqueror. You will conquer this. And this is the passion again, right? This is passion. And this is for me a card that shows the fire inside of you being the one. You can be furious about things. You can be passionate about things, and you can follow through. And if you don't allow the worry to stop you, you will be successful in this. And it's all about creation. It's this leonine part of the journey, and even the one that is heading inside of your back into Cancer. The Mars retrograde tells you to get inside and to get not into the outer action, get inside and find the passion within, find the things you are living for, find the things that you want to achieve in this lifetime, that you want to create, right? And what you are passionate about, and then allow yourself to rise above. Wow, that is beautiful. That is the phoenix. And it's letting this false self and this false way of being die. The Queen of Wands is a creator. She knows exactly what to create, right? The Hierophant is the one who is connected, who's connected to the higher realms, who is connected and creates from this place. And this is the fall, right? This is being afraid of being afraid of the failure that you came with, and that's the where we have the devil as the part that is telling you yet that you cannot do this way, and that's not the truth. And in Nine of Wands is a card that shows the strength you got inside to move beyond these things that are telling you that you are not worthy, that you are not, that the creations that you have are not worthy to be seen, to be recognized, and to be successful. That's the invitation to overcome these addictions in telling yourself wrong things, right? Keeping yourself in a prison of survival and false promises, from following other people in false promises too, right? And you got the strength right now to overcome all of these things and to find the balance that comes with it in your temperance, in allowing yourself to be balanced and be successful. You went a long way with your battle, and that's what I would call it today. There was a battle, and that's showing in these cards as well. There was a battle of you being worthy. You being worthy of creating the things that you really love. And maybe you had to connect a couple of worlds. Maybe you had to connect your emotional world to a world that doesn't seem to fit to your needs. But you went through all of these I would say false promises from your ego, from false promises from other people that wanted to help you to get into the place where you achieve, but they just wanted to gain from you. They wanted to be nurtured by you because you are really good at nurturing other people. And that's where they wanted to be a part of, but they didn't want to give back. Right? And this fits beautifully to this Nine of Swords. Stay in the moment. Don't tell yourself that you are a failure. Don't tell yourself that you are not getting where you want to go. This This is stay there, allow yourself to be carried by life. Stop telling yourself that catastrophes will happen. Stop being there in this moment of catastrophizing. Allow yourself to be the eternal child and to let your gem be seen and create from exactly this place, because this creation, whatever it is you are creating right now, will allow you to rise above. And it is coming from the right place. You have the Queen of Wands, you have the passion within, you have the Nine of Wands, and you have the Hierophant being connected to the higher realms with all that you create right now. So you are in the right place. So please continue creating and stop your mind from telling you that's otherwise. It is about, and that's really beautiful scene in this retrograde phase for you is about to find the real meaning within, and then to allow yourself to be in this place of success and achievement, because that's what you can connect. And stop yourself from limiting yourself, and do yourself justice by being in this moment. That's the only reality we get. That's not what the mind tells us. That's not what someone else tells us. This is the one thing that we get, and that is the moment that is full of infinite possibilities. There is no need for fantasy. There is no need for limitation. Life in this present moment is a real chance. It's reality. This is it. This is how you feel. This is what is meaningful for you. Stay in this place. What is meaningful for you? What is this creation that you long for? What is this passion that is burning in your heart? And allow your emotions to connect to this. And it's a beautiful chance you've got over the next 3 months to connect your passion to your emotion and allow the survival mode to die, because it's not helping at all. Allow the present moment and this present experience of your life in creation give you the harmony that you search for. And it is long-term harmony. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And it's bringing you, and that's what I want to say as well. It is a beautiful moment to step into your own health, because that's health too. That's through this movement and through bringing your own creations into the world and into your reality by following your passion and following your heart and following the things that are burning deep inside of you. You bring harmony to yourself, and you bring harmony and healing to yourself, whatever that is about in your life. But that's really the invitation to create, Cancer. Create from your heart, from your deepest emotions. You don't know how success works. You don't know. But it's bringing success. It's bringing achievement from the opposite sign of you, right? It's bringing this way of achievement that you long for, even if you don't know how you did it. That's the magic of this creation. It's remembering paradise. It's remembering the creation, and it's remembering your heart and what is really meaningful for you. What a beautiful reading for you, Cancer. Thank you so much for being here and for listening to me and for creating this magical creation you are on. What a beautiful path, and what a beautiful, meaningful way to find your own deeper meaning and your connection to your heart and to your emotions. Thank you so much, and I see you soon.